if so, where? School involved.
Absolutely, we have to, and I'll talk about that a little bit. Gene talked about lowering the tax rate on the Millard School Board, and with all due respect, because I know Mike's in the room here, I'm going to read you guys some numbers, which are 95 million, I've got to get close to these, 100 million, 107 million, 115 million, 122 million, 133 million, 137 million, 145 million, 156 million. That's Millard school budget over the past 10 years. So when it comes to cutting spending, they'll tell you about dropping the levy, but don't be fooled about dropping the tax levy. That's a game that politicians play. And what's happened, and their own auditor will tell you that, is valuations have shot up out in Millard, so they've had the luxury of saying we're dropping the levy. But residents aren't buying it anymore, and they're going to start pushing back. And yesterday, when I read that Millard's thinking of another bond issue after the two we just had, I about fell out of my chair. And I got to tell you that a lot of Millard parents feel the same way, that when it comes to strategic planning, and I love Millard School. I went to Millard North, my kids go to Millard schools, they're going to be Millard graduates, but the question is how broke am I going to go, how quickly to pay for it if we have another bond issue. So that's what Millard's done with spending. Now let's talk about the city spending.
Agreements. Now, we're going to talk about the Millard School District. Some of your comments you made were inaccurate and incorrect. The Millard schools, yes, we are a growing school district. We grew since I've been on the board by 3,500 students. That's a high school and a half. Yes, our home evaluations have gone up. That is not under our control. That's under Roger Morrissey's control, which is what is under our control is the tax levy. We have decreased the tax levy 19.3% during my tenure. The city's levy has been flat for the last 8 years. Imagine if your valuation has gone up and you say, well, I pay more taxes than I did 5 years ago. Imagine if you were paying it at 19.3% more. Because of what we have done with the Millard School District, we have dropped the levy as low as it can go. What you don't understand is there is a ceiling and a floor, a minimum and a maximum of what we can levy. And we pay for public schools with taxpayer dollars. The state law said a year ago that the bottom, the floor, was 95 cents. We could not tax any less than that or we would lose state aid dollar for dollar. Millard was at 95 cents. Then they changed the law and they said it had to be up to $1.05, and they took $4 million of state aid away from us. We were as low as we can go. Last year, according to the Department of Education, Millard was the lowest cost per pupil in the entire metro area. We were at $8,100. We were the lowest. We were one of the highest achievers in the state. It was in the newspaper not long ago that Millard led the state, the entire state, in students taking advanced placement classes. We have a lot to be proud about with our school district. As far as the